I have a new little, this is actually my favorite side, which I know it sounds so silly, like the elevators stopped working. Do you guys rest your tongue on the top of the roof, or does it rest on the bottom? Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to the channel. Definitely feels weird looking into the camera saying that, but as you can see, I have a new little setup. Not new, I just switched the way my camera was. Before it was to the side, now it's front facing, so you see the entire view of the bed. And for the longest time I thought it looked a little dingy doing it like this. Like the room is just so incomplete, you know what I mean? So there's just like a bed, pillows, stuffed animals, and nightstands, but there's like nothing else. So I just didn't think it would look aesthetically pleasing if I were to do it like this. Compared to before, it looked a little better without the pillows there and everything. But you know what? I told myself, why not have a little change of pace? And if I don't like it, I can always go back to how it was before. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this. And let's move on to Pokemon sleep related stuff. So I'm at Ultra 4. I finished at Ultra 4 last night. So we are looking to reaching Master 1 today, hopefully. And I need to remember to swap out one of my Pokemon, either my Dedenne or my Pikachu, because I think I'm pretty good on apples right now, but I'm struggling a little bit on honey production. So Wigglytuff, although they unlocked honey at level 30, there's still not enough honey for me. So let's see. Very good with the apples, very good with the soothing cacaos. Milk is alright. And the honey needs a little love, so. Alright, I picked everything up and now I could swap it out. Oh right, I just remembered it. I didn't do the sleep session yet, so that's why no one regenerated. I was a little shocked for a while though, for a minute. Okay, so I think I'm gonna keep my Dedenne just because I could benefit from the extra tasty skill. And I'll swap out my Raichu for my Chikorita. Not Chikorita, Meganium. Is it Meganium? There's police cars, so kind of noisy. And the audio is on because yesterday I forgot to double check that. So let's make breakfast and then let's do our sleep research. So what do I want to put in? Let's actually no, I want to save the mushrooms in case I need to make neroli tea, but I definitely do not need the sausage. I got a lot of cacaos, so I'll shove that in too. And then later on in the week, I will definitely need to swap someone out for my Ninetales so I can farm corn. So yeah, with the new front facing and everything, I got my light over there so it's well illuminated. And it feels so, like, how do I say it? I feel so exposed, you know, because I'm so used to just being like this to you guys. Also, I just feel like when I'm like this, it looks like I'm facing the game on camera. So I like that, right? When I'm like this, it's like I'm facing here and then the game's to the side. I don't know. But never hurts to try. Okay, so let's sync our sleep data and let's see what we got. So tracking went well. We got snoozing type. All right, let's see. Nothing that exciting. So I'm probably going to use my bonus biscuit on the Eevee. Though I am happy that I am getting more Eevee candies though, so that is always a plus. No one's hungry either. Okay. Friendship level 34 with the Eevee. I'm gonna leave it at that. So it's been a while since I've encountered a shiny Snorlax. On my first week of playing... No, my second week of playing Pokemon Sleep, I did encounter a shiny Snorlax. And I don't think it happened ever since. But for those of you who are curious what it looks like, the one on green grass is a little bit darker than usual, and it has a sparkle animation, but that's pretty much all that it does. Also, now that I'm sitting like forward, I notice this shoulder is much more lower than this one. So this feels like, I don't know if it's because of all the tightness I have in my jaw here that affects like my neck and everything, but yeah, good to see that. Also, this is actually my favorite side, which turns out in my favor when I was initially setting it up. And this is my least favorite side. I feel like I look like an entirely different person on this side compared to this side, if you know what I mean. And for the longest time, I was so stressed about the good side of my face. And I felt so self-conscious with having people see this side of my face. And then I saw, if you're familiar with PewDiePie's wife, she also talked about her struggles with being filmed on her right side of the face. And when I first saw that, I felt so seen and I felt so understood. Oh, Chris found a shiny Slowpoke. Congratulations. It's so cute. But yeah, I know it sounds so silly, like especially hearing me saying it out loud, but when I watched that video, I felt like I wasn't crazy for what I was feeling when it came to looking at myself in the face. And it's something that I've grown to gradually accept and still learning to fully accept. So sometimes in the mirror, I would just like glance at myself on my unfavorite side of the face just to get used to seeing myself. And this was like before the rise of the inverted filters on TikTok and everything, when people were trying to assess their facial symmetry. But I remember when that trend was going around, I was like, oh my god, I feel bad for all the young people, the young youth who are going to obsess over the symmetry of their face, because I totally get it. It doesn't help that you're only used to seeing your face reversed because you're looking in a mirror and stuff, right? Now, when I'm recording these, I see it how people would see it. It's not flipped for me. So yeah, it's a little like strange seeing it sometimes, but I know, oh, the light died. I know eventually I'm just gonna like not care. So if any of you guys are also struggling with that a little bit, I feel you. But also, it's not gonna stop me from, you know, flashing my good side from time to time, right? Another thing I totally forgot to talk to you guys about. A couple days ago, we had like an alarm go off in the condo. So as we were getting ready to leave, the alarm suddenly stops. But then guess what? As my friend and I were getting ready to go to dance class, the elevators stopped working. So no one could go down, and only people on the first floor where the lobby is able to go up. So there was no way we were gonna make it in time walking all those flights of stairs to get to the car and then get to dance class. So quite the bummer, quite the strange, unfortunate series of events. Like the fire alarm goes off, but it was just by chance or by accident. And then issues with the elevator. And this persisted until the next day, because the next morning when my boyfriend was going to go work at the office, oh, that's so cute. It's like purple at the front, purple at the end. But yeah, my boyfriend had to go to the office to go to work. And the elevator was not working in the morning. I have like a scratchy in my throat. But yeah, the elevator wasn't working. So he had to walk down a lot of flights of stairs. And I feel so bad for him. But luckily, it's okay now. I didn't go grocery shopping yesterday because I was afraid, like, what if by the time I come back, the elevator's not working anymore? Oh yeah, and on the first night it happened, when he went to take down recycling, it stopped working for people to go up. So he had to walk all those flights up. So he's slowly recovering from the knee pain that he's got from that. And I feel so bad. But I'm just like, what the heck is going on, you know? And another thing. So I have TMJ, and it affects this side of my jaw. And sometimes I wonder if that is why, like, this side has a little bit more limited range of motion compared to this side. Because as you could see, like, this side just looks more lifted, especially my eyebrow. And this side just seems more like it's being tugged and pulled, you know? Like, it's being pulled downwards, but then my shoulders are being pulled upwards from the tension here. So we're dealing with that. But on top of that, I didn't realize that I was constantly clenching my jaw. And I relearned this because I totally forgot. So I did Invisalign a couple years ago to correct my bite, because it turns out I had a really deep overbite from clenching so much. So your teeth are actually not supposed to be touching when you are resting your mouth. It's supposed to just be like hover over. So you're not supposed to actively like clench your jaw. And for me, the longest time, it was hard for me to understand what people meant by clench their jaw, because I just thought by default everyone had their teeth touching, and clenching is the act of like grinding. So that's what I thought, until my ortho told me, no, like clenching is when you're actively making your teeth touch. That shouldn't be the default. And like, because you're doing that, you tend to grind your teeth even more. So yeah, I remember she told me that, and then I was good on it for a while, but then I forgot. It totally slipped my mind, because it was just so ingrained in me to rest my teeth on top of each other and to make them touch. Until recently, I came across a video of these dentists, and the hook was like, how do you position your teeth when you're not talking or when your mouth is closed? And some people were like, I have my teeth touching. Others were like, my teeth don't touch. But yeah, it turns out your teeth are not supposed to touch. And it was a good reminder for me, because probably in the last 2 years I forgot. So I was definitely clenching my jaw. And now I'm wondering if that's why my jaw pain still persists. So I'm actively trying to remember not to clench my jaw. Also, do you guys rest your tongue on the top of the roof, or does it rest on the bottom of your mouth? Because for a long time, I was resting it on the bottom because I didn't know. Turns out the proper way, supposedly, is to rest it at the top. So I've been practicing that, and I think now it's like pretty much normal for me. So for the last 4 years, I'm one of the people who put their tongues on the top, but for a good majority of my life, it was on the bottom. So I thought that was fun to share. Also, because I feel like if I say it out loud, I'm gonna remember better that I need to stop clenching my teeth. And if you notice, like, even when I speak, it's a little more like tugged here from all the tightness in my jaw. And there's some moments throughout the day where I'm like massaging my temple here because I just feel like it's so tight and it's like such a good release. But yeah, that's one of the issues that I deal with this body of mine. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. So do let me know, do we like this setup? Whoops. Do we not? Do we want to switch it to how it was before? The light was on before, but I forgot to charge it, so it is off now. So this is what it looks like off, but you do have a frame of reference of what it looks like when the light was on before. So yeah, do we like it like this? Do we want it back to how it was before? Please let me know. This is the background. Those are my plushies, my Pokeball sleep, Pokeball plus plus, so you guys can guess which side of the bed I sleep on. Then my nightstand there with my hand creams, my Kobo Libra color, love it, especially to read manga. Little seashell tray there for my jewelry and trinkets. And yeah, that's a little tour of the unseen side of the room that you guys don't typically see. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to join us in the Discord. I don't know why I feel so awkward. I feel like because I'm recording, right, and I'm looking at the screen, it's like I'm looking at myself like in the eye, and I'm not used to that. So it's kind of like throwing me back a little compared to when I would be like this. But if I look at the screen, I'm not like giving myself eye contact, you know? So it's a little weird. So forgive me if I come off a little different or weird in this video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you liked it. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.